I'm going to speak about several different topics in this video. I received a survey in the mail, and I thought it would be a good intro to discuss many different topics because it's something that's been on my mind, and it is to, I feel that it's to help people understand that you don't need to settle. You don't need to hold yourself back. People, if they want something bad enough, no matter what it is, they will do whatever they need to do to make sure that, to make it happen. So, bear with me. I think you will find it interesting. This is to show how much I've changed in the past 5 to 10 years. I've seen the change. And for a while, people were making it seem as if there was something wrong with me. And I got to the point, especially when I left my last W-2 job. Now you lose me. Because I am tired of people telling me or talking behind my back as if there is something wrong with me. You got it backwards. Maybe there's something wrong with you. That's how I see it. And I've just had my fill, and I wouldn't change a thing because going down my own path and not following the conformed environment anymore, life continues to get better, and life continues to get better financially too. But let's get back to this. I received this survey, the Nielsen survey, Nielsen, and it's about, I'll read the first paragraph if you're not familiar with it. I've heard of it. I've never filled this out, but they're targeting this area. For more than 50 years, I'm going to say Nielsen has measured what people watch on television, listen to on the radio, and buy in stores. They want to know what kind of advertising should they, target each area because they want to boost sales. They want to get there. It's all about marketing and advertising. It's all about the bottom line, of course. We are a professional research company and the world's leading provider of media and marketing information, including the Nielsen radio and TV ratings. So I could read it all to you, but that's what they do. And I filled out the survey. And it's only a few questions. And what they did was, they had this in the envelope, $2, which is really worth $1.20 now, maybe $1, because the dollars, has lost so much value. And when I send it back in the pre-stamped envelope, they're going to send me another $5. That should be worth $3. Anyway, the first question is, what type of TV shows do you watch regularly? I crossed other, and I wrote none. Why did I do that? Because I barely watch TV in my apartment. I sleep here, and I sleep at my mom's house half the month. And I don't pay for television. And I haven't in years. And before not paying for any TV, I had Roku for a while. And before that, now you're talking 10 years ago, I had, or maybe 7 years ago, I had basic cable. That was it. In a typical day, about how many hours of TV do you watch? I wrote 0. Because I don't. I listen to YouTube, financial education channels, cryptocurrency, how to build wealth, the new opportunities becoming available in the new world, like fractional real estate and the like. So that's my focus, building my websites, developing new skills. When I'm at my mom's or my family's house, I watch some TV. I'm not that interested. By the way, there's nothing wrong with me. I got tired of going to work and just being mindless in front of the TV. I was raised, watch TV, sit down, watch TV. I got other things to do. and more challenging. And I'm not saying I will never pay for television again. Just right now in my life, and it's been like this for years, I have no interest. And the news channels and stuff, it just makes me sick. I mean, I get physically ill. I can't listen to it anymore. So I stopped. I listen to YouTube channels. I could rattle off 25, 30 channels like that I watch regularly. In a typical day, about how many hours of radio do you listen to? I put down 1. Because when I'm in my car, I flick the channels. Half the time, the talk shows, news channels. I guess I would have to sit down and write down the channels. I'm not overly picky. If a topic sounds good, I listen to it. I like to hear what's going on in different parts of the world because we're so spoiled here. People don't know what real hardship is and living without and being poor. What type of radio programming do you listen to most often? I put news talk. What is your favorite radio station or program? I wrote, don't have one. I wouldn't change a thing. There's nothing wrong with me. Do you have access to the internet? Yes. Do you have a cell phone? Yes. Now, after those few questions, the rest are my address, how many people in my household, what's my race, what's my age. That's pretty much it. I thought they were going to say, so what do you listen to on the internet? And they didn't ask that. Why wouldn't they? I would have rattled off, I would just, without looking, I would have just wrote down channels, at least 25, that I watch regularly. That's who I am. I like to watch, how to perfect my skills online, the financial education, how to build assets, why do people stay poor, why is the system set up the way it is to keep people, struggling. And I really do find that very interesting. And I don't let it bother me anymore. I've told people if you don't accept me for who I am, you can't be in my life anymore. Because it's making me ill and it's making me sick physically. I mean, there comes a time where you can't pretend anymore. You start becoming physically ill. I can't do it anymore, so you feel better about yourself. That's very selfish of anyone thinking that you should stay the same. Why are you expanding so much? Because it makes me feel better. It's such BS. So I thought I would do this video. I'm going to speak about a few other topics to keep you up to date to what's going on. There's so much opportunities out there. I want to speak to the independent contractors and the small business owners who are, trying to, create their wealth, their financial security. We're all here for the same things, to live a more comfortable lifestyle that's fitting for you, that's fitting for yourself, not fitting for someone else. Okay, I found this interesting. I've changed so much. I was raised, go to work, watch TV. I wonder why I was losing it. I'm sorry, but I'm bored is an understatement. I can have more fun by myself doing all the things that I love. I don't have a problem with that. You just get to a point you don't want to stay the same. Okay, stay tuned. I want to live a first-class lifestyle, and I'm doing what I need to do to get where I want to be, and I want to live it without having any bad debt. I want to be debt-free. So my focus in life right now is to become debt-free. I do a lot of research, and I research to find out what companies with this, in my opinion, chance of a lifetime can I invest in to create my own wealth. I don't just want to be rich, I want to be wealthy. And in the process of putting together a new page where I charge a very small fee for all the research that I do, and I'll be sharing it on a webpage, because if I just charge a little fee monthly, people can join in once in a while. They won't break the bank. Anyone who has an interest to finding out how I'm paying off my debt by investing and selling shares of stock, and how I'm buying shares of stock to put together a retirement plan of my own, in my opinion, an a la carte style. And that includes many other things, but I'm just speaking about stocks right now. I sold off many stocks and I paid off a couple of credit cards. It had to be done. I got to the point where I couldn't keep struggling the way I was to pay more on the dollar. The more videos I listen to, the more I understand why would anyone take a loan out and choose to pay more on the dollar. I would rather live without longer, bang out all my debt, and never hold bad debt again. I don't want to live the second half of my life the way I lived the first half. That's not happening. And that also goes for your surroundings. We'll talk about that in a moment. I'm sharing my experience. As I moved forward and I understood you need to make changes so you can live the lifestyle that you want, you have to leave people behind. It's just a fact. You can't continue to go through life. I can't miss the weekend plans. Oh, there's a party over there, or somebody's doing something over there. You have to, for me, the handful of people will always be a part of my life. Even though we changed, I've changed. I feel I've changed. I won't stay the same. I won't live another week, live another month, live another season, live another year of the wheel. And you're still where you are. I don't want to continue to live the life of, I don't have the money to do that. Well, I always said by the time I'm 55, I will have the money to do that. But now I have a much more financial education. I know what I want to do with my money. It's not the way I want to keep busy that I have to go to a job so I can enjoy that 2 days off. I don't want to live that way. I do want to give back to the community, and I'm going to do it in my own unique way when the time comes. And I've always said that. When I don't have to worry about money anymore, when money's coming in every day, even when I'm not giving my time to earn that money. I have a couple of notes here just so I don't keep babbling. I talked about debt. I banged out 2 credit cards. I'm very proud of that. I feel a lot of people give up out of fear and anxiety. I hope I'm saying that right. Because it's a struggle. There are a lot of people out there. They want to reap the rewards and to live a more upscale, first-class lifestyle, but they don't want to live without, be uncomfortable. What would I do? How would I do it? Where would I go? Well, I didn't have those answers when I started. I just got to it. And it was, some days were really tough, and I was hiding it from people. But then I got to a point where I told people, this is what I'm doing. You don't like it? Then I can't be in your life. Period. I don't want to keep worrying about making you happy when I'm not happy where I am. I have to put my needs first now. That's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with being there for people, but you can't put other people's needs above your own or live in a way that you're not happy with because they're happy with the way they're living. They don't want you to do what they wouldn't do. That's not your problem. That's their problem. Right? And I don't mean to sound cold-hearted, but you have to be that way or you will never change. And then all of a sudden you're going to be 70 or 80 years old and you're going to go, damn, I wish I lived my life differently. I've had people say to me on their deathbeds, I could have lived a better life. That's hard to swallow. And it's sad because someone you actually looked up to and loved actually said that to you. I don't want to be one of those people on my deathbed. What else? Oh, and since I'm here, I might as well tell you, the past couple of weeks, this is part of paying off debt and fighting what's going on in the world, this forced recession, depression, stagnation, dragflation. It's wiping out a class of people, which is the middle class. I won't become lower middle class. I will only go up. I did the research. Then I found out after doing research that I was only allowed to reach out to one senator or district representative. And I wrote them letters and I filled out the privacy waiver form so they can open a case in my name. I want to know where my tax refund is. I still haven't received my 2020 tax refund. I should not have to be expected to go into the year 2023 not receiving my 2020 tax refund. But I paid taxes last year. They were so quick to take my money, but they're not quick to give me what's rightfully mine. I fixed the mistake, and now we're going into October. Yeah, today's September 27th. Let's move this along. I want my money. I shouldn't have to wait any longer. Do you think that the politicians wait to receive their tax refunds? No. Do you think they wait to receive their paychecks? No, because whenever you receive government assistance or to have these politicians do their job, it's coming out of your paycheck, your taxes. You're the one paying it. You're the loaner and the borrower. Do you get it? I could go on and on. I'm just a little fed up. There's a lot going on. I hope you found this video interesting. There's so much more to talk about. However, I'm here to win it. I'm here that next year, I'm a millionaire. The year after, I want to be a billionaire. I haven't lost my way. I haven't gotten off course because I've been telling people I don't want to stop so you feel better about yourself. I don't want to do that anymore. So I don't. The right people enter your life when you go down your true path. You got to get rid of the people who, like I said, the handful of people will always be a part of my life. But I got rid of a lot of damaging people over the years. And they weren't because of my choices. My choice was to get rid of them. And I have no regrets. The older I get, the more it confirms my decisions were right. They were dead on. So I'll be around. Stay tuned for future videos. I have a lot to share. I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.